What is up, everybody? It is What a Buffalo Man here, and we are back for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle content. Kind of. I mean, we're really just in this one. Like I said earlier, I'm going to be going over not what kind. That sounds really weird. How many Dragon Stones we can expect to get from this total campaign coming up in less than 30 days. It's probably more like 20-something days, but I'm just going to say 30 because, for the sake of not actually knowing when they're going to release it, but let's just say 30 days. All right, so let's just start right off at the top. The Master of Masters missions, all 7 weeks we have leading up into this. You can get a total of 21 stones because there's 7 weeks, and that's not counting the 77 you can trade in. Now they did it new with the treasure for the Dragonstone ores. So there's 21 stones. We got the comeback campaign, we'll get 10. The daily login, we'll get 10. Returning players, it's only for players who have not signed in for a while. So you would get an additional 20 if you haven't been here for a while. And then there's a social media 17, which will have that. So we'll be able to get 37. So that puts us up to like 58 right now. And then part 1, we'll get all the logins. So that's 99. You get 30 automatically, I'm assuming. I'm assuming that means we get 30 right off the start. Then we get the additional 99. And then 66, and then up to 77 for our stone conversions, which, like I said, is what we'll be tying in with this. So that'll put us up to 98 for that, but so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Then there's an additional 35 from the first boss rush, 10 total stones coming from the new missions of the Fighting Legend events, 4 stones from the Dokkan events, 2 per each. The 3 new story events they're adding in. We get 7, 7, and 8 stones respectively. 12 stones from each boss rush. 1 from the increased rival for the... I can't remember what that's called now. Equipment. Jeez, I just lost that for a second. For the equipment, we get 45 total stones from the Anniversary Ultimate Clash. 10 from a co-op campaign. We'll get this from somewhere else. If we get first rank, which we most likely will, we'll get that. The 77 of the live stream, I'm not sure if they're going to do that, but they might. So let's just say they do. We're looking at 643 from part 1. Adding that 37 puts us up to 680. Puts us up to 701 stones total by the end of part 1, which is great. And then part 2 starts. We'll get 3, 24, 30 for, again, the 2, like I said, the boss or the easy A's, where we're going to get a lot of our stones from. But like I said in my previous video, I expect one of these to be moved back. So expect either an additional 30 or 40 stones in here, maybe more. I don't know how they're going to do it, but again, I'm not sure. I don't work for Bandai, so I don't know what their logic is. We got two more sets of 10 from both of the Fighting Legends. The story modes each should give us 6, 10, and 10 more. The 2 more red zones will give us 12 each. The co-op campaign will give us 10, and then the weekend missions will give us another 7, which they'll probably do that as well. The SNS campaign will just be like our Facebook ones, and then unless if they tie that in with the social media, maybe, I don't know. But either way, there's an additional 200 on top of the, 801. So that's to say 200 on top of the 801. We're looking at about 1,001 right there. And then, or my numbers must be off, because apparently they're only seeing, this person only figured out about 1,093 up to this point. But me personally, I'm predicting, well, actually this is what they got, but I'm predicting us to see a little higher than that, and we'll get the Dokkan All-Stars, and we'll probably get the Faded Bloodline Edition Easy A's, but and the Destined Rival Saga 5, we'll get these 3 Easy A's, but this we won't have because we already have that, so we can take those 11 stones out. So we'll have 348 on top of the 1,100, 1,200 we're going to be getting from this. So we're probably looking at pretty close to 1,500 stones. Because if you compare this to prior campaigns, which actually, let me just do that right now. Open link in new tab. Okay, let me see here. Year 6. Let me just pull up the Year 6 campaign right here, and I'll show you what I mean. Year 6 had more Dragon Stones on the global side than JP had. We had 936 last year. And JP had, I think, like 800 and something, if I remember right. Let me go back and compare that as well. Let me just show you all of my logic behind everything, so it doesn't look like I'm just all confusing just speaking out of my backside here. So let me find that and show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, they had 855 for JP last year's anniversary, and this year, or last year for Global, they had 936, so that's about 80 more. So, and that's a trend that always happens. Global always gets more. So, with that being said, it would not surprise me if we're looking at maybe about another 100 to maybe 200, depending. Maybe, like I said, if you had this part and this part here, let's say they figure out some way to give us the EX area, EX part without having to recycle the Inherited Fate Warriors of a Century Later of the story, we would probably be looking at about 1,500 stones, maybe 1,600, because we'll get the additional amount that we always get. We'll get this, no doubt. We'll get this, no doubt, because with these units dropping, we'll definitely get it. And we always get something like this for Dokkan Battle anyway. But, so that's a fantastic amount of stones that we're looking at. We're looking at probably 1,500 stones coming our way, which is really, really good. And that's a lot of summons for the global player base. And honestly, if you want my opinion, which probably most of you don't, I would use all those stones if you do not get the new units, the God Boys or the Monkey Boys. Use it on them. Do not waste it on the Legendary Summon banner. It's completely not worth it. Those two new units are going to be top tier, and the banners. I mean, just the banners are ridiculous. Which again, I'll be going over another video on that and covering the banners in another episode. Again, like I said, I'll be covering the banners, breaking down the units that are coming out, and maybe if I can figure out how to, I'm going to do a little bit of a showcase on the JP side of each unit. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.